The sauce for this series is provided by Schaeferless Productions. Seriously, go watch his videos because you're gonna see where I get a lot of the sauce for these videos from, and yeah, they're pretty funny. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally at my second childhood Mario Kart game, Mario Kart Wii. I am proud to say that I grew up in the golden age of Mario Kart, where all I had to do was just drive, not think strategies or do any bagging bullshit. Mario Kart Wii comes with a lot of core memories for me, and it's also got some of the best courses this series has ever seen to date. I think we say that for a lot of the games, but if we really look at it, the SNES courses make us groan when we hear about them being added to a new Mario Kart game. 64 courses, when done right, are an absolute blast to play, but also do have some flaws. The GBA tracks are okay, and Mario Kart 8 seriously changed how I looked at them. Double Dash's courses are kinda nerfed because they've all been watered down. And DS has some bangers and some sleepers in its ranks. In this game, whenever the tracks get added to a future Mario Kart, it is nothing but hype. So how do I feel about Mario Kart Wii? Well, it's an absolute blast, let me tell you. An absolutely broken, really shoddily built looking back, rage-inducing blast. And I've had the fortune of falling in love with this game once again, and so you know what? I feel like it's time that we rank all of these tracks. How well did everyone's favorite courses do? Well, let's find out and rank them all.
I am very disappointed!
Well, we are finally back at my least favorite course, SNES Mario Circuit 3. As my honest to god least favorite track from the SNES, matter of fact, in the entire series, Mario Circuit 3 has been, in Mario Kart too much. It's like a Nepo baby. It's got no flair, no talent, is basically average, and yet for some reason, Nintendo wants to put this shit in every Mario Kart as opposed to, I don't know, Mario Circuit 4? Clearly the best one of the SNES Mario Circuits? Mario Circuit 2 would have been perfect for Wii given the new trick system we're dealing with. Hell, even Mario Circuit 1? Okay, maybe not that far, but like, bro, why is this in every Mario Kart? If you have to put at least one SNES course in every single Mario Kart, literally anything else will do. Golly, man, I've got SNES Mario Circuit 3 fatigue. Just stop putting it in every single Mario Kart for the love of all that is holy. I get irrationally angry whenever I see this course pop up. Anyways, it's only up from here, right? Look, as much as I love DS courses and how much Yoshi Falls has a special place in my heart, this course is admittedly not very good. Like, dude, basic turns and boring ho-hum gameplay are what this course is remembered for on the DS. Oh, and the egg too, we gotta get that. I guess the tricking system makes this a little bit more bearable, especially because portions of the course have been lifted to suit this track better, but aside from that, I can't really think of anything else. Like, of all the priority retro tracks from DS, one would think, I don't know, something like DS Airship Fortress would have been better in this game? I mean, canon? Check. Good course? Check. Bro, I think Airship Fortress should have been on the Wii and not this course. But who knows, maybe Nintendo was thinking that getting all the stinkers out of the way would have been better. Either way, it's not that good, so low in the ranking it goes.
Oh shit! A ghost!
SNES Ghost Valley 2 is just yeesh. The music is bad, the course is bad, this is just not it. I know it got ranked more favorably in the SNES ranking, but here it feels so out of place and like it doesn't belong here in Mario Kart Wii. Now before I get this thing finished, I get it, retro tracks were definitely slim pickings back in the day. So with that, I can at least give a little bit of grace to Nintendo here. However, I just don't like it. This is a really boring course and it's not good at all. Like, you couldn't have added some water or something down at the bottom to give it a little bit more life. I will say though, I've always thought the blocks falling after you hit them is a pretty damn cool detail, but it's not enough to lift this track out of the pits of hell where it belongs. So I didn't like Mario Raceway back in Mario Kart 64, and I definitely do not like it here. It's just so boring and bland. I remember racing online and how literally everyone picked this course. It's just not good, like, I don't see the appeal behind it. Ooh, big pipe, N64 nostalgia. That's literally all it has going for it here, and I don't like it at all. It's boring and unappealing. Can someone maybe explain to me why people always pick this course online? I genuinely don't see the appeal here. Any kind of explanation on this would be great. Thank you in advance.
Holy cow, I'm totally going so fast! Oh, fuck!
Music slaps. Fun factor? It's there. Course overall? I've always found this course to be fun as shit, but at the end of the day, it's just generic ice course with nothing else to show for it. Like, ooh, you go into this cave and it wraps you around to the finish line, and there's penguins on this course too. But for me, that's just not enough. I don't really like this course all that much now that I'm looking back. I mean, overall, the course ain't half bad, but the only improvement I can think of is the improved controls making this course a lot less rough to race on compared to Mario Kart 64's totally awesome and not at all flawed controls. That was 4 games ago. Get over the controls, dude. I just don't know where I stand on this track overall in this game, and that's that.
Look at me, standing on the beach with no pina colada.
People hate this course, and I can see why. I mean, it feels like such a letdown with no kind of verticality or anything, but growing up, this course was always fun as shit and one of my go-to picks because A, the pirate ships in the background shoot bombs on this course which you have to dodge, and B, it's a beach course, and I like beach courses, including this one. However, I can acknowledge that this course, when compared to the others, does not hold up. However, the music, it is still gas to this day, and you can't tell me that it isn't. They freed one of my favorite pieces of music in the entire series from compression to hell, and they made it awesome. I mean, what's not to like? Besides, you know, the overly bland course.
You ever wonder what happens when you mix hot lava and...
Kid!
So Bowser Castle 3 from the GBA is pretty damn cool whenever it comes down to it. However, it's just another case of not really all that good whenever you compare it to the other courses within this game. It's flat and there's not really any kind of airtime that you get, meaning that the only airtime that you do get is whenever you hit the ramps and perform tricks, making for an overall not so great course, even with that going for it. I'm sorry, but it's just not something I'd be all that interested in, and 3 castle courses themed around Bowser in one game is just too many in my opinion. Well, Mario Kart 8 has 5 rainbow roads, so what's your point? Good counter argument and fuck you. That's my point. Since I can't change shit about it being in this game, I'll just have to say the other courses we have yet to rank are miles ahead of this one. Well, not everyone.
Soldier, we're in a desert.
One of my least favorite courses from the DS is now in Wii. Oh, that's not a good thing, is it? Well, it's not so bad here with, well, I hate to say it again, but the tricking system, you're gonna hear that a lot in this video, having been implemented in this game, so yeah, it's not one of the worst courses within this game. However, it's pretty damn wild to me how this course got selected over some absolute heaters like Waluigi Pinball. I've already made my case for Airship Fortress, but I'm still putting it here. Luigi's Mansion is another good option that would fit well in this game. Shit, TikTok Clock? Literally any other course would have been a good fit here, but hey, might as well appreciate it before it gets butchered in Mario Kart World, am I right?
Oh, these are pretty cool bananas.
DK's Jungle Parkway isn't a bad course, and it's one of the retros I'm fine with seeing here. It's got a pretty good skip opportunity, and it's one of the better courses from Mario Kart 64, even if it wasn't ranked all that favorably in Mario Kart 64's ranking. It's a pretty faithful recreation of the track, but my main issue is that one spot where you launch to the other side. In 64, you had a little bit of control, but here, you land wherever the game decides to put you, and if you're in the water, then you're in the water. There ain't shit you can do about it. Oh, and not to mention, this fuck-ass turn that you're launched into still exists. I remember it made for some pretty shit turns that disrupted the flow of the race back in the day. Like, huh? What's up with that, Nintendo? Did you think this was good game design? Who knows, maybe it'll appear in the Mario Kart World DLC and Nintendo will knock it out of the park. Or jungle. Whatever. You get the point.
Slow down! Stop!
So Luigi Circuit is an okay course for an introduction to the game, and I don't really have all that many qualms about it. However, it's just not got all that much to it, and all it has is these boost panels, and the only thing that really sticks out about it is this head on the Luigi statue being replaced by the head of whatever Mii it chooses. Yeah, it's a solid introduction to the game, but man, it just doesn't hold up whenever you compare it to other courses like Coconut Mall, Rainbow Road, Toad's Factory, or even Mario Circuit, as bland as that one is. So yeah, is it a good course? Yes. It's just not up to standard with the other courses. Like, oh, cool, boost panels around a turn. I wonder where we've seen that before. I just don't like it all that much.
That's called boy tipping!
So, I've got a confession to make.
Well, we're waiting.
I don't like Moo Moo Meadows.
This deal.
It's worth every penny.
Now, before you get in my comments trying to tell me that I'm on that good old cracola, I just want you to know that I don't care. If you like it, good. That's awesome. This is one of my brother and cousin's favorite courses of all time, and I think it's a valid pick for favorites. However, I've just never really found these farm courses centered on the cows to be all that great. There's just too many courses in here that have hit Mario Kart like crack did Streets in the 80s, and I feel like that creates this tough spot where dull courses like this one get gas to the cosmic microwave background and back, when it really doesn't deserve all that much hype. I get it, cows are lovable creatures that can be funny as shit, but when it comes to this course, I've never really fucked with it all that much.
Now it's time to bring it around town. Bring it around town.
Oh my god, excuse me, holy fuck. So Mario Circuit is a course that I'm kinda in the middle about. It's got one of my favorite settings and set pieces within the series, but at the same time, if you look at the layout, it's just one wet fart of a course. I remember my brother and cousin giving me the old look whenever I was vouching for us to play this course, and looking back, I totally understand because I clearly don't know what kid me saw in this course. I will say that my favorite results screen does take place on this course, but that's about the extent of the love that I've got for this course. It's just bad.
The moon tide is tugging on our hearts right now.
What?
Fly me to the moon. View Highway. Look, I like this course, and I love the fact that your Miis are there as toll operators in this iteration of the course. However, Moonview Highway is just split into 3 camps as far as fandom goes. You either love and adore this course, you're meh about it, or you can't stand it. I fall into the spot where I'm just meh about it. Like, yeah, okay course, I love the hidden details in the Miis, and the challenge is pretty good, but yeah, in my opinion, this course is kinda mid. The challenge I mentioned is at the beginning of this course, and then completely non-existent after that, unless you suck at dodging cars, which is pretty easy in this game. I just feel like they could have flipped which way you go, and it would have been much better. Tell me I'm not the only one that thinks this.
Gut. Holt euch, Chat, I would have had those if you didn't.
So I'm not gonna lie, and I am ready for whatever comes my way via the comments. I like the Mario Kart 8 iteration of Wario's Gold Mine much better. That's not to say I don't enjoy this one, because I do, and it's a good time to race on. However, I feel like I'm on the pre-release version of this course, as it's hectic, chaotic, and overall the fun times can be easily ruined by slamming into the minecarts, the bats in the cave, or the gratuitous amount of blue shells that clap your shitter cheeks every race because of this game's item balancing. Fuck, I have a harder time on this course than Rainbow Road. Yes, you heard that right, Rainbow fucking Road. Literally one of the hardest and most chaotic courses in the entire series is easier than this one in my opinion. This course doesn't blow, but it's also like, dude, how come a course themed around an old mine is the hardest in the game? Your Honor, I rest my case. So Bowser's Castle feels like one of those, look, it's a half-pipe type courses within this game. I like it and it can definitely be challenging here and there. However, I don't really feel either type of way about it. It's the definition of pure mid by my standards. Also, the track uses Maple Treeway's music in it. Is it cool for an Easter egg? Yeah. Does it also kind of lack its own identity whenever it comes down to it? Also, yeah. Also, can Mario Kart get a new gimmick at this point whenever it comes to Bowser's Castle courses having a mechanical Bowser statue? Rainbow Road is a mainstay, but at this point, all Bowser's Castle courses just feel samey and repetitive because of the mechanical Bowser statue. Like, dog, it's not all that entertaining. Let's switch it up every now and then.
I don't want to be surrounded by lava.
So I absolutely used to loathe Grumble Volcano as a kid. It was just too feckin' hard for me. Yet somehow on Rainbow Road, I was some kind of crack demon who was damn near untouchable. However, now that I'm much older and have a better grasp on controls and can appreciate courses more, shit ain't that hard these days, and I feel like little kid me was a little too harsh on this course. It's an alright course, and I like that it deteriorates as the laps progress. Also, I like that the volcano has eyes. Like, that's pretty damn cute, and it reminds me of the GameCube era, where everything seemed to have eyes. This course has definitely grown on me, and I'm very proud of myself for realizing that I just sucked at Mario Kart as a kid. Well, it looks like we're in the halfway point of this video, ladies and gentlemen, so it's time to rank every battle mode map that there is. This game has a whopping 11 battle maps, so let's not waste any time and get them all ranked, shall we? Coming in at 11th place, we have GBA Battle Course 3. Yeah, this is just a flat enclosed surface with 4 right-angled walls that you can hide behind in a pit of sand or dirt or whatever the fuck you want to call it in the middle. Overall, this map is very annoying and I don't like it. Coming in 10th place, we have SNES Battle Course 4. Also very boring and tedious to play. At least it offers a teeny bit more variety in this previous course. Overall, it's not very good either. Coming in at 9th place, we have Thwomp Desert. People like this one for the challenge. I don't like it because I found it very annoying as a kid, and I still find it annoying as an adult, so yeah, no. Coming in at 8th place, we have DS Twilight House. While it was cool to see my favorite DS battle map return, it's very boring in this game whenever there's a whole fuckload of other battle maps that just outshine it. Coming in at number 7th, we have GameCube Cookie Land. This course's layout is very simple and it can be a bitch at times, but also it's Cookie Land from Double Dash, which was admittedly one of my favorite courses. Here, it's great to see it, but man, does it get outshined by some of the later courses. Coming in at 6th, we have Skyscraper from Mario Kart 64. And yeah, this shit still hits on the Wii. Nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, is funnier than smacking your friend with a shell and sending him falling all the way below. Speaking of which, you don't fall all the way down anymore, which is a nice touch. I like this course, I've got fond memories of it, and it rocks. Coming in at 5th, we have Delfino Pier. Delfino Pier is in my top 10 all-time battle maps from Mario Kart. Like, it's super cool seeing the water rise and close off areas that were once accessible as the match progresses, and it makes for a tight and chaotic close quarters finale of the battle. That is a fucking amazing gimmick that needs to return. Coming in 4th place, we have Block Fort. Block Fort is one of those courses that after a while, there's bottomless pits in the course. I remember knocking my cousin off into one of these and getting a string of expletives thrown my way. Ah, good times. Coming in 3rd place, we have Funky Stadium. Funky Stadium feels like something Funky would own. The music is funky, the layout is funky, and the overall course, it's funky as well. Yeah, Funky Stadium is fucking awesome and it rules. Coming in 2nd place, we have Galaxy Arena. I missed out on this one as a kid. However, with my friends totally legit and not modded at all Wii, I was able to experience this gem of a course for the first time. It is fun as hell, and the music absolutely slaps harder than my grandma on my mom's side after my dad made a joke about cows and bingo. Yeah, this course rocks, and it's a damn shame you can't experience it via official means anymore. And coming in at 1st, we have Chain Chomp Wheel. Everything about this course bleeds creativity, and I absolutely loved dodging the Chain Chomp. The roulette theme just suits this course so well. I love this course, and I hope Nintendo brings it back for future installments, because this is one of the best and is in my all-time top 10 as well. And there you have it, folks, this absolutely massive battle mode list. Anyways, let's get back to ranking the race courses.
Oh my god, Super Mario! What are you doing here? I jump on a turtle.
So on the GameCube, Mario Circuit was a non-favorite of mine, and for good reason. In that iteration, there was no system for tricking at all, which made the bumps feel like more of an obstacle. Whereas on this one, the trick system has revamped this course in a way that helps the course not suck so bad compared to its original iteration. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't a bad course then, even if it was 3rd to last in the Double Dash ranking, and it's an even better course now, but being completely honest, this course was saved by the tricking system in this game. If there was no tricking system, it'd be dead last, I guarantee you. Well, actually on second thought, Mario Circuit 3 is in this game, so no it wouldn't, but it would be really low. So Mushroom Gorge is one of the more enjoyable tracks within this game, and it's by far my brother's favorite Mario Kart track, point blank period. However, I'm not really rocking with it all that much. The layout's pretty meh in my opinion, and the overall aesthetic is okay at best, and aside from the haha mushroom go boing boing thing going on, it's not really all that special. I'm sorry, but compared to the other courses in this game, I cannot place it any higher. This isn't due to any hatred for the course. As a matter of fact, I don't hate this course at all. It is very fun to race on, and I feel like some respect needs to be put on it. However, it's just not all that great to me, and I fully expect to get crucified for this take. Let me know if you disagree with me in the comments.
Into the pipe, out of the pipe.
So Koopa Cape in its pure form is unfathomably goated. However, it's got courses that, unfortunately, once again, are just simply better. This course is not bad. I love the river section that leads to the underwater pipe section, which still has not made a return to this day, because I'm pretty sure underwater driving would just cut out 99% of the work that makes this course actually good. Also, can we talk about the music? This shit is just perfection. I mean, show this course to somebody who doesn't know what the music sounds like, and then show them the actual music. I guarantee you it wouldn't be what they had in mind, but they'd say, yup, that makes sense. However, I just feel like this course suffers once again because of the later tracks being miles ahead of this one.
How much is 9 times 8? 98.
So now we're at Daisy Circuit, which I honestly like. It's a nice and quaint little track that's really fun and enjoyable. Plus the statues of Daisy and Luigi are a really nice touch as well. This course is very orange, which I mean, it's kinda Daisy, so of course it's gonna be. But it's also got this weird haze to it, which is kinda off-putting, but hell, every track does if I'm being honest. This course feels like it's just up the road from Peach Beach, which has Daisy Cruiser nearby. So yeah, I feel like this is a pretty damn good course that if Nintendo wanted to, could be just canonically up the road from Peach Beach, and nearby to Daisy Cruiser considering the love Double Dash gets in this game. But that's just a theory. A game theory. Okay, I need to stop. Anyways, I like this little skip right here that gives you some tricking opportunities with the few that this course actually provides. And the music's also pretty cute, and it feels like something that Daisy would vibe to. Overall, this is a solid enough track, and that's all she wrote.
Who am I? Let's go to the beach. Beach.
So Peach Beach might be one of my favorite Peach courses in Mario Kart, of course right behind Peach Gardens. I love everything about this course, from the interesting pipe shortcut to the quacks on the beach that will absolutely launch your shit whenever you get too close. And I know, they made their grand return in Mario Kart World, but the gap was too long and we really thought they were canonically extinct. This course is absolutely stunning, from the vibes to the overall chaos, and I love it. It's a faithful remake, what can I say? I love it whenever a track gets a faithful remake. Once again, this is a solid enough entry into this game, and that's really all I have to say say about it.
So long, Bowser.
I'll take themes that made me shit my pants the first time I heard them for 500, Alex. In Mario Kart 64, this Bowser's Castle is alright enough to me, but here's where it really shines. In the 64 ranking, this course placed 6th, and seeing it in 11th place here might make you think, damn, that's pretty raw. But remember, we're dealing with twice the amount of tracks than the 64 ranking, so if we were to divide the tracks into 16 placements where 2 tracks would take up a single placement, the placement is really on even footing. Now what about the quality of the course? Well, it is significantly improved from its 64 iteration. A lot of Bowser Castle tracks are really hit or miss when stacked up against each other, but this one definitely hits. The music also made me shit my pants the first time I heard it as a kid. Also, the fandom for Wii is how I learned that Marty the Thwomp's name is Marty. Also, that ending section is peak Mario Kart. Overall, this course provides the right amount of challenge and the right amount of fun. Seriously underrated, but unfortunately drowned out by a pool of bangers.
Luigi, I got purple in my cup. Ain't no Koopas double shells that I keep tucked.
If you remember what I said back in my Double Dash ranking a couple videos back, then you just know that I've been waiting for this moment ever since that game. And well, that moment is finally upon us. Waluigi Stadium is back, and in my opinion, it's back in full force this time. It went from being one of the more meh tracks in Mario Kart Double Dash to being a wacky, fun, and zany adventure this time around. The half-pipes really give this course new life, and the bumps are something that you're now able to trick off of, allowing for a smoother racing experience. The quality of life upgrades we got for this track seriously elevate this track to an even higher level than it was before. Like I said, this course just embodies Waluigi in any iteration, and I feel like Nintendo did a very good job of adding this to the game. Waluigi is a special character who will always have a place in my heart, and so do his courses throughout the franchise. Now a little side tangent, I do think it's absolutely criminal how Waluigi hasn't gotten a dedicated track since Pinball all the way back in 2005. I know Pinball and Stadium are both peak Waluigi courses, but I think it's time for Waluigi to have another track besides just these two.
Dear Mario,
I'm going to make you a fucking cake!
Nintendo absolutely smashed this selection out of the park. I remember being a kid and going, whoa, Peach Gardens is on my DS. How cool is it that it's on the Wii too? I always tried to race on this track whenever I'd do online matches, and I only got it once, but I'd always pick it when playing with my brother and cousin. Not much has changed from the DS at all. It's just now that the tricking system is a thing that elevates the track a little bit more than its previous iteration. It still rocks and is one hell of a fun time to race on, so I mean, yay for that. Like I said, we love a good faithful recreation of any track really, but for Peach Gardens to get one, holy shit. Mario Kart Wii definitely delivered big time here, and anytime I play it, I still feel the same way about it. Peach Gardens was one of the most fun tracks on the DS, and the fact that I can enjoy it across 3 consoles that I own, well, technically 4 if you count my Switch too. Oh man, I am eating good.
may the fleas from your cow inflame your rhubarb!
Holy actual fucking Christ. Something that you may never see in this series again is a desert course being put in the top 10. And that's mainly because A, I am super biased towards any other track biome, and B, most desert courses just aren't that good. However, the reason Dry Ruins is in the top 10 is because Dry Ruins is that bitch. It starts out as any other desert course would, but whenever you get into the pyramid, you'll notice that it fills up with sand in the middle, making you have to be extremely careful. And it also makes for one hell of a battle within the ruins. Also, can we talk about the music? Oh my god, the outside variant really isn't all that special in my opinion, but whenever you switch to the inside, for shit's sake, it is absolutely heavenly. This shit had me floating like being off of Georgetown Geronimo and hearing You Only Live Twice by Drake. I immediately started floating like this. This music just has that effect on me. What more do you want me to say? Also, you know me, I gotta drive into this little river at least once, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this course rocks. Enjoy it while you can, desert course enjoyers. It might be the only time a desert course is in the top 10. You can't top this magic. Dude, just what was in the water at Nintendo whenever they picked the retros from Double Dash? I don't know, but man, they cooked with this pick. DK Mountain is an adventure from start to finish, and I love racing on this course in this version, mainly because the half-pipes actually work and are optimized for the game engine and also enhance the damn course. I wonder how this will do in future rankings. Anyways, tangent aside, the cannon blast to the mountaintop and then seeing how far you got launched is pretty trippy, man. It also feels new and improved while not being too much of a deviation from the original track, and this bridge is what I consider to be home to the original clip where someone got absolutely Mario Karted. That right there is Wii item balancing for you folks. And one last thing, as I mentioned in my Double Dash ranking, I thought this track was from here in Mario Kart Wii, not from Double Dash. I wasn't really all that bright as a child. It's okay, you can laugh. I have nothing else to say except for hats off to Nintendo. They did a really good job with this course.
Welcome to the sun-drenched tropical paradise of Isle Delfino.
Hey, going 2 for 4 ain't half bad. Well, actually it is now that I think about it. Anyways, Delfino Square is yet another course they have yet to bring back in Mario Kart. Here, it still feels like a town that I'd love to live in. Also, the graphics are pretty good compared to those in DS. Just like CS2, I love sticking to Banana as all reliable each time with the up graphics. And now that you can hit tricks, holy Jesus, has this course never been more fun to play. Tricking off the bridge feels so natural, like this course was originally meant for Wii rather than DS. Like in DS, we were stuck with the pre-release version, while this is a full release. This course is just such a good time, and I don't know what else people would want me to say about it. Nintendo, please bring it back in the future. It'd be an absolute travesty if you didn't. We need the Inferno of Mario Kart. Please.
Smoking on top fives. Motherfuck that album, fuck that single, burn that hard drive.
So I've never really done anything like this for the top 5. So, yeah, welcome to the top 5 prelude, folks. Anyways, we're in the home stretch of ranking these courses, and I have to say, picking the top 5 had to be the absolute hardest time I've had to date, as each one of these tracks are bangers and are absolutely goated in their own right. I just know that there's a chance that someone might get mad at me because of how I rank these tracks, and I figure that we might as well address it. If you don't like it, instead of getting mad at me, comment how you'd arrange these, because depending on the day, these are all pretty interchangeable for me, and they really can place anywhere in the top 5. Also, remember that this is solely based on my opinions and nothing else, so I'm just going to say, if you're going to get mad over the way I rank these, go touch grass and do something productive with your life besides yelling at me through the comments. It's really not that serious, and at the end of the day, we're just ranking Mario Kart tracks. Anyways, let's dive into the top 5.
1. Are you sure?
Yes. They called it the Pillar of Autumn.
So Maple Treeway is my official coziest course in Mario Kart history award recipient. It's just so beautiful. Oh, and for those who don't know, fall is my absolute favorite season, so there's obviously a little bit of bias at play here. Maple Treeway can take me to a place where it's a crisp, cool 55 degrees outside, the leaves are red, and the smell of pumpkin spice fills the air. Even if we are in the middle of summer, it is 112 degrees outside in the middle of July, and my nuts are perma-glued to my leg. In particular, one of my favorite parts of this course is the wavy bridge that you take for some trick boosts here at the end. More of my personal favorite features are the wigglers, this cannon that blasts you through the leaves, these pretty little leaf piles that are really nice to hit. The music just perfectly encapsulates fall and has such a nice vibe to it. It is just such a banger of a course, and I can't describe just how much I love it.
That is OSHA at that gate, and he's already let himself in.
This course is exactly what I'd envision for Toad's factory to look like, if Toad owned it. OSHA? What the fuck is that? Safety? Please. Who doesn't love the risk of getting stamped out and flattened like a pancake? Or the risk of drowning as you catch a shell to your back on these platforms? Or the risk of slamming into a wall at full speed? The little conveyor belts are fun as shit to ride along, and this portion above the water is just such a vibe. And not to mention the ending. Oh my god, the ending is just so good. This ramp, these little speed boosts that get covered up, like it's so chaotic. And I absolutely adore chaos like this in Mario Kart, man. Also, let's talk about the music. They did not need to go this hard with such a swanky, jazzy song which serves as a nice backing to either the best race of your life or the kind of tomfuckery that only appears in Mario Kart Wii. Words cannot describe nor contain just how much I love this track. It is a banger of a track, and it deserves its respect. The course is peak Mario Kart in every sense of the name. When I think of Mario Kart, Toad's Factory is one of those tracks that pops up. And I know what you're thinking, but I'm not going to say anymore. Let's leave the elephant in the room and get on to third place.
You just got Coconut Mall.
Yep, Coconut Mall takes third position here on the podium. I feel like at this point, Nintendo started getting really zany and creative with the ideas of where you could race, and oh my god, did they absolutely cook here. The Mii's lining the side of the track through the mall, the advertisements and the signs as you exit the mall, and the final section, which is either super easy or hell on earth depending on the player, all culminate in one of the best courses in Mario Kart history. Slap on the music, which is just oh so iconic to the point where even non-Mario Kart players have heard it and know what track it belongs to, and you've got one of the best courses in the series to date. However, I do think it goes without saying, I don't like the later iterations of this course as much as this one, so prepare to have a little whiplash and to think I'm a flippy floppy bastard when it comes to my feelings on this track. If you're wondering why it seems I switched my opinion up on how I feel on this course, Don't say I didn't warn you. But yeah, nothing really beats the original Coconut Mall, and I think most people would agree with me on that.
Big fluffy unicorn dancing on rainbow!
If you guys crucify me here, I fully understand. I was a little crack demon on this shit back in the day who was damn near untouchable. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. I'm talking about me, not Rainbow Road. Wii's Rainbow Road is the definition of pure chaos. It is chaotic in the design, it's chaotic in the fact that this game has some of the most broken item balancing in the series, and it is absolutely chaotic in the fact that it is a true mad dash to get 3 laps around this bitch the fastest, and with the least damage done to your friendships. This course is quite the challenge, but that's what makes it so fun. Mastering everything and rage baiting your friends as you move along the track will never not be funny. Anyways, the visuals are stunning, and I never really noticed this because this track is just such a mad dash from start to finish, but there's a little star bitch floating above the track, which is a nice reference to Mario Galaxy, and it also takes place in space above the Earth, and if you fall down, you burn up as you go into the Earth's atmosphere. I genuinely adore the layout and design of this track in particular. It's not the most interesting of the bunch of the Rainbow Roads, but because of how chaotic it is one of the reasons it's goated. Mario Kart Wii's Rainbow Road is regarded as one of the best in the series, and I wholeheartedly agree with this take. It's some of the most fundamentally broken Mario Kart to ever exist, and I absolutely love it. However, DK Summit absolutely takes the cake for me here, and I know some people are scratching their heads, but seriously, let me cook here. By the end of this little segment, you might agree with me. The music is pretty damn superior to Rainbow Roads, and it's not even close, and the layout, while not as chaotic, it is absolutely fucking disastrous if you end up fucking yourself over by trying to be flashy, something I always did as a kid. DK Summit is absolutely insane, and I love the fact that KK Slider from Animal Crossing says the 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, oh my god, my 2 favorite worlds are colliding. This is the best thing ever. Also, there is a literal fucking genius lyric page for DK Summit, and no, I am not making this up. This is 100% real, and it is fucking hilarious. This shit had me in tears upon discovery. You don't get this with Rainbow Road. This course is peak Mario Kart Wii alongside Rainbow Road, and to me, the two are the most interchangeable as I switch their spots on any given day. This course has and will always be my favorite Mario Kart Wii course, and there's nothing you can say to me that will ever change my mind. It is this game's airship fortress. I was way more hyped for this in the Booster Course Pass than Wii Rainbow Road. I actually know I was more hyped for that one, but yeah, I fucking love DK Summit. The memories of this course and the fun times I've had on it are something that absolutely sticks with me to this very day. Until I see you again, my friend, you've been fun as hell to race on, and I still talk about you to this day. So Mario Kart Wii often gets glazed to no end, and I mean, it's true, it is an absolutely legendary game, but let's not act like it doesn't have its flaws. Despite Mario Kart DS being my favorite entry, I had no problem ragging on that game to no end. This game, along with many in the series, is no different. Mario Kart Wii has some of the most broken item balancing, and when replaying this game, I shit you not, I got hit by 7 blue shells in one race. There's also several broken skips that are downright unfair if you know how to pull them off, and the battle mode, while good, was the beginning of the end for the battle mode in this series. However, if we put all those gripes to the side, Mario Kart Wii as my second childhood Mario Kart game is absolutely amazing. The amount of laughs, the amount of fun times, and more importantly, the amount of content within this game is just so much. I knew about the online missions, and I played the shit out of those. With all of that aside, Mario Kart Wii is up there with DS and 8 Deluxe as one of the best. And the new memories I aim to create with my nephews on this game are going to be unmatched. My name is Bondy, and thank you for watching.